All right, so we are going to go through the guided notes portion for your angle pairs. And I'm going to go through a couple on here just so you have it as a guide, and then you're able to go and do that homework that's posted to Google Classroom on your own. So let's go ahead and look at number 11 and just look at the angles that we have here. So we have 47, and then we have this question mark up here. So the first thing we need to do is identify what angle pairs do we have. Okay, I noticed that I have one that is on the exterior, and then I have an interior angle. Okay, I have my setup here of 4 angles at the top, as well as the one on the bottom. I can see that these are in the same position. So those angles are corresponding. I know that corresponding angles are congruent, which means they are the same measurement. So that this measurement up here will also be 47 degrees. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 12. All right, I have 2 interior angles, and I notice they are not alternate. Okay, so they are not going to be congruent to each other. They will, however, add up to 180 degrees. So if I'm giving one angle and I need to find the other, I'm going to subtract from 180. When we do this, we find that the angle is 105 degrees. All right, given that information, I just want to show you how it works to be able to fill out all the other angles. All you need to know is 2 of the angle measurements, and you can fill out the rest, okay? So we know that vertical angles are congruent. I can add that in. I know that alternate interior angles are congruent. And I have another set of vertical angles. I can do that with the 75. I know that vertical angles are congruent. I can say here that either corresponding angles or alternate interior, and then vertical. So you will be able to do that with any of these problems. You should only have 2 numbers alternating throughout all of those 8 different angles. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 13. Identify the 2 angles that we have. I notice that they are next to each other or adjacent. These 2 angles are going to add up to 180 degrees. They make that line. Okay, we see it right there. To find that missing angle, we take 180 and subtract 54. We're left with 126. I know that's all that it wants you to find on this one, but I want to just show you again how easy it is to start filling in all the other angles if I know this. Okay. Another check I can do for myself is to draw that box and on the bottom and make sure everything's in the right place. So up in that top corner, I have 126, down below 54. Coming over here, 54 on the top, 126 on the bottom. Okay. Number 14, we have vertical angles, and we know that vertical angles are congruent. So if this angle is 116, this one is as well. Okay, vertical angles are congruent. All right, we have another set here. They are interior, but not alternate. They are not alternating this transversal line here. So I know they are going to add up the 180 degrees. We would do subtraction to figure out what that angle is. Again here, okay, we have 2 angles next to each other. They are adjacent, which means they are going to add up to 180 degrees. We're using subtraction to find that missing piece. Let's see what else we have here. All right, 18. I have alternate exterior angles. They're on the outside. They are opposite sides this transversal. And I know that those 2 angles are congruent from our notes. So they are going to be the same. This is 62. Our question mark will also be 62. Again, just to show how we can fill everything else out, I know vertical angles are congruent. I can do the same to find all those other numbers. Okay, the other 4, I take 180 and I subtract 62. Gives me 118. And I can fill in all those other angles. Okay, so I can see my vertical angles are the same. And that any of those 118 plus 62 that's on a line will add up to 180. Here, here. I could go this way. Or this way. Okay, lots of different ways that you can look at these. Go ahead and finish the last 2. These are interior and on the same side, so those are going to add up to be 180. And then again, we have alternate exterior angles, which are congruent. So if this is 49, this one will be 49 as well.